Welcome to the deep dive. We know you need to get important info quickly, so we cut through the noise.
We break down complex topics so you understand what really matters.
Today, we're looking at something pretty interesting in freight and logistics. There's this company, Gate Xpress, NGX.
Right. And they're proposing a, well, pretty significant shakeup using blockchain, AI.
And even their own cryptocurrency, GateCoin, GTC. It sounds quite high-tech for trucking.
It does. Our source today is actually a teleprompter script laying out their vision. So our job, our mission for this deep dive
is to get past the sales pitch.
Exactly. Understand the core idea, what they're really offering, look at the tech they're using.
And figure out what it could actually mean for how things get shipped around. The potential future here.
Let's dive in.
Okay, so the script, it starts strong. Talking about bringing back something long forgotten. Trust in the freight industry.
It definitely grabs your attention. Trust is a recurring theme in logistics, often for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, they paint a picture of shaky estimates, invoices that are always late.
And this fragmented accountability, between the brokers, the drivers, the shippers, data all over the place, siloed.
Right. The script says the industry got faster, but maybe not smarter. Is that fair?
I think that captures a lot of the friction points people experience. Things move, sure, but the processes underneath, they haven't always kept up with the speed.
That lack of clarity, the script argues, erodes confidence.
Absolutely. And then they have this interesting phrase, invisible cargo.
Yeah. Not the actual goods, but the expectation, the confidence that it'll all work out. NGX seems to think that's been lost.
It highlights the uncertainty shippers often face. Will it arrive on time, in good condition? Will the billing be right?
So NGX isn't just another trucking company then. They call themselves a declaration.
A freight system rebuilt from the ground up. It's definitely not shy language.
So what's the rebuild based on? Technology, mostly. First up, blockchain.
Right. The script says it layers the system to build trust and transparency.
Okay, so for you listening, think of blockchain like a shared digital ledger. Everyone involved sees the same info, and it can't be secretly changed, like a super secure notebook.
Precisely. And NGX is using smart contracts on this blockchain.
Smart contracts? Those are like self-executing agreements.
Kind of, yeah. Digital agreements written in code. So when a condition is met, like, say, GPS confirms delivery.
The contract automatically does the next step, maybe release the payment.
Exactly. All time-stamped, verified on that shared ledger. It potentially cuts out a lot of arguments and paperwork. Huge for accountability.
Okay, accountability via blockchain. Then there's AI, artificial intelligence.
The script says AI powers the system behind the scenes. It's learning from every mile.
Learning what, though? It mentions flagging errors, improving routes in real time. Their trucks analyze and adapt.
That's where AI shines in logistics. Analyzing huge data sets, traffic, weather, fuel use, even predicting maintenance needs.
So it could reroute a truck automatically if there's a sudden traffic jam ahead, or warn about a potential breakdown.
Potentially, yes. That kind of dynamic optimization and predictive capability, that's promise. More efficiency, more reliability.
Then there's this Orvolt miner thing, briefly mentioned.
Yeah, just described as sustaining the system. And interestingly, tuned for performance and carbon responsibility?
Carbon responsibility. So maybe greener operations, energy efficiency.
It hints at that. The script doesn't give details, but mentioning sustainability is definitely timely. Lots of companies want greener supply chains now.
So blockchain for trust, AI for smarts, maybe some green tech. NGX isn't aiming small here. They call it a transformation, not just a tweak.
That seems to be the core message, a fundamental shift.
And central to this shift is GateCoin. GTC, their own crypto.
Right. This powers their digital economy, as they put it. Customers earn GTC for shipments.
So the more you ship with them?
The more GTC you earn, leading to rewards, maybe faster advancement in their system, the faster you rise, the script says.
But they insist. This isn't a discount program.
Yeah, they position it as more than loyalty points. It's about participating in the NGX economy itself.
How? What can you do with GTC?
The script gives examples. Accessing faster, expedited shipping lanes, or staking GTC.
Staking? Like locking it up?
Essentially, yes. Staking GTC to get a price lock guarantee on future shipments.
Okay. So you're using the crypto to manage financial risk in shipping.
That's the idea they call freight as finance. Weaving financial tools directly into the logistics service using their token. It offers potential cost predictability.
So it's not just about paying less, it's about, like, becoming invested in their network.
It definitely aims to create a stickier relationship, yeah. More than just transactional. Earning and using JTC could give shippers more reason to stay within the NGX system.
And this isn't just on paper, right? The script says they're rolling right now.
Yes, they mention actual routes, Atlanta to Dallas, Chicago to the coast, trying to make it feel real, operational.
And they talk about clients going from having doubts to using dashboards.
Yeah.
More visibility.
That ties back to the transparency theme, giving clients real-time tracking and data access through their platform.
Their overall belief seems to be that logistics can be faster, cleaner, fairer, and smarter.
That sums up their value proposition nicely, all driven by this tech stack.
And the ambition is huge. Building the world's first intelligent, tokenized logistics network.
Where freight earns equity and customers belong. It's very community-focused language almost.
Equity.
Yeah.
That you benefit from the network's success through GTC.
That seems to be the implication, and the idea that the whole system gets sharper, more efficient, the more people use it. That's the network effect.
They're not just trying to compete, they want to reset the market. That's bold.
It is. And implementing all this tech in the real messy world of freight.
Yeah.
That's going to have its challenges, no doubt.
Definitely. The script wraps up by going back to trust.
Yeah, posing that question. Stick with the old chain, the old way of doing things.
Or unlock the new one with NGX.
Okay.
And that final line, the gate is open, step through.
It's a clear call to action using their name, Northgate, as the metaphor. Very neat framing.
Okay, so let's summarize this deep dive. We've looked at Gate Xpress and their plan to, well, revolutionize freight.
Using blockchain for trust, AI for optimization, and their GateCoin crypto to build this integrated digital economy around shipping.
They're tackling big issues: transparency, efficiency, accountability, things that have plagued logistics for a long time.
And maybe the real aha moment for you listening is just seeing how these, very digital technologies, blockchain, AI, are being aimed squarely at a super physical industry like freight.
Yeah, it shows how tech can potentially reshape even fundamental parts of the economy.
Which leads to a bigger thought.
Right. Thinking about how complex and interconnected supply chains are, what other big established industries could see fundamental changes from blockchain and AI?
And just as importantly, what are the real-world hurdles, the practical difficulties in getting these kinds of transformations adopted widely? It's not just about having the tech.
Definitely something to chew on beyond just trucking.
Indeed. If this has piqued your interest, you could probably find out more by searching for Gate Xpress online. See what they're up to.
Okay, that wraps up our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.
We hope this gave you a clearer picture of the NGX vision and how they're trying to change the logistics game.
Until next time.